Spurgeon here with RevZilla TV to talk to you today about the giant loop Diablo Pro tank bag available at RevZilla.com. So the Diablo Pro tank bag is for you guys out there on dirt bike and dual sport motorcycles that are looking for a bag that's going to give you a nice amount of storage without really impeding your performance. You're going to notice it's going to have a nice gentle slope to it that's going to work really well with those tanks that are going to be on your bike. And you're also going to notice that if I flip this up, you're going to have a cutout for fuel filler caps as well as for fuel hoses. Again, it's designed to work with dirt bikes and dual sport motorcycles, but you can really use it with any other bike out there because it has a universal mounting harness. So if you want to put this on your sport bike, don't let anyone tell you differently. Installing these bags, it's a 1 out of 300 BSD or beard scale difficulty for installation. 15 minutes, no hand tools, you're going to have this on your bike and you're going to be ready to rock and roll. We'll talk more about install at the end, but right now let's jump in and talk about what sets the Diablo Pro apart from other tank bags out there on the market. So Giant Loop has been manufacturing luggage since 2008. They really set out to give adventure riders and dirt bike riders and dual sport riders luggage that's going to hold up to the rigors of the road, and it's going to be an American-made product done right here in Oregon. First and foremost, you're going to see the same construction that we see with a lot of Giant Loop products, and they call it their bombshell technology. What this is it's a 22-ounce vinyl-coated polyester, and it really is going to hold up to a lot of what you might throw at it. What you're going to notice is that this is going to have all the seals to make it look like it's waterproof. I will say right up front, it's very water resistant, but if you're going to be riding in elements where there's a lot of rain, you're going to want to get the rain cover to go with this. So let's start by kind of starting our way at the top and working our way through the bag. The top, you're going to see a map pocket. Traditional map pocket, if you're like myself, I always use paper maps. If you want to have a GPS unit or maybe a cell phone in here, you can do that as well. Bottom is the Velcro design. You pop that open and you can slide your maps in, you can slide a GPS in there, and it's going to work just fine for you. The other thing you're going to notice is there's a little cutaway right here, and that's going to allow you to run power into the bag. And where that's going to happen is underneath the handle, you're going to have a little Velcro construction right here, and if you open that up, and I don't know if you can see that for me there, Schultzy, but if you open that up, you can actually run all of your power cables up through here. You can run them directly into the bag, or you can run them up through that rubber grommet located right at the top of your actual map pocket. So again, they make it really easy to get electronics in here for you guys out there on longer trips, so you don't have to worry about leaving zippers open and again, kind of ruining that waterproof or water resistant seal. YKK zips all the way around, and if we open this up, you're going to see there's one main compartment in the bag, and you're also going to have this little partition. You have a Velcro strip that runs right up the center, and then you've got Velcro siding on here, so you can actually set this little partition wherever you want it to go, or you can take it out completely and just have one giant compartment in your bag. That's up to you. On the top, you're going to have a web pocket. You can store extra maps up here. You can stick some candy bars up there, whatever it is that you decide you want to throw up there. Just again, a little bit of extra storage for you. The Diablo Pro is also going to have this little netted pocket up front. I wouldn't put anything in there that you were really worried about falling out because there is no zipper on that. But for storing, again, a candy bar or something like that, I probably wouldn't put my keys in there unless I was done riding for the actual day. You don't want to lose your keys when you're out on a ride. It's going to be available in 5 different colors. You're going to have gray, white, orange, yellow, or black. And again, it's going to be really nice in its design as far as the fit and finish of that color. It's really going to be baked into that vinyl, and it's going to give you that nice Giant Loop logo on the side. Now, let's open this up, and you're going to see it's going to actually mount to the harness using 2 larger YKK zippers. And the harness itself is going to mount, you got 2 different points that are going to mount to a frame rail, and you have 1 point that's going to go around the actual steering stem up front. And you also have these 2 D-ring connectors right here. What this is going to allow you to do, there's some other pannier bags that are going to be able to be pannier tank bags, if you will. So not a traditional tank bag where it sits on top of the tank, but these are actually going to be able to loop to bags that will sit along the side of your tank. So this is going to give you a nice mounting point for additional luggage if you want to add to it. Again, Giant Loop is always thinking ahead, trying to figure out how you want to best outfit your particular bike for a dual sport or adventure ride. Now, that's going to take us right into installation. Installing this, like we said in the beginning, it's going to be a 1 out of 300 BSD or beard scale difficulty for installation. You don't need any tools. You have your 2 main straps in the bottom. You're going to wrap those around 2 mounting harness points along your frame rail, anywhere you can find in your frame to mount those. Front one goes across a triple tree, and then from there on out, you just have to use 2 zippers. Now, I will say for some people, like our cameraman Schultzy, using zippers are difficult for him. He had a really hard time figuring out how to use a zipper. But for anyone else that has been alive for the past, I'd say, 70 years that is familiar with using a zipper, you're going to have no issues getting this bag on and off your bike in about 5 seconds. I think Giant Loop did a really great job. It's one of the most innovative harnessing systems that I've seen out of a lot of tank bags, and I'm a huge fan of tank bags. There's a lot of riders out there using Giant Loop products. If you want to hear more about what they have to say and what they think, do me a favor, click below. Read their opinions on how the Giant Loop tank bags are working on their bikes. More questions for us, never hesitate. Get us on the phone, give us a call, 877-792-9455, or simply type us out an email, cs@revzilla.com. Thank you for joining us for the look at the Diablo Pro tank bag from Giant Loop. I'm Spurgeon. Enjoy the ride.